day, sir. So today I'm going to demonstrate to you how to perform jejunostomy through feeding tube. First is to gather all the equipments and then explain the procedure to the patient. So good morning, sir. So today I'm going to feed you through your jejunostomy feed tube, and then I put my gloves already, but it is needed to be performed after the providing the privacy of the patient. After that is prepare the measured amount of the formula or the medication in appropriate container. So let's imagine that the medication or the formula is already in this cup, and then after that, since the patient already elevated, we need to position him in a semi-Fowler's or high Fowler's position. After that is remove the cup. Place the protective sheet on the patient feeding tube from the feeding tube, and then after that is remove the cup or plug from the feeding tube. Next thing to do is aspirate the stomach of the patient, and then noted the amount of residual withdrawn, and inject the gastric fluid back into the tube. So let's not we should not administer the formula or the medication if the residual that come up to the stomach of the patient is 100 ml or twice the hourly rate of the feeding. So let's imagine we already withdrawn or aspirate the stomach content of the patient, and then check if it is not more than 100 ml, and then put it back. After that, the connected enteral bag or enteral bag tubing connected the enteral bag tubing, and then after that is pump the tubing to the jejunostomy tube. Next thing to do is with the infusion controller purge the tubing of air and attach to the feeding tube. After that, open the regulatory clamp, and then after opening the regulatory clamp of the end of this bag, this will allow the formula to flow through. Let's imagine that the formula is already in this bag. Next thing to do is adjust the doctor's recommended flow rate and according to the patient's tolerance. Next is flush the tube with 100 to 50 to 60 ml of water after each feeding to ensure the potency of the tubes. Every feeding or the amount that we insert of formula to the patient, we should follow it up with water. After that is pinch the tubing and remove the enteral bag. After pinching, left the patient semi-Fowler's position for at least 30 minutes to ensure that the formula or the formula is been absorbed by the patient. After that is after leaving the patient in the semi-Fowler's position for 30 minutes, discharge the solid supplies in appropriate containers, and then such as our gloves, and then wash hand or perform alcohol or use alcohol. And then after that, document the patient's record, such as the verification of the proper tube placement, amount of the aspirated stomach contents, feeding solution and amount, and then the medication if administered, and then amount of the water administered. Also, we need to document the instruction given by the patient or the caregiver. That would be all, sir. Thank you.